Are you looking for a podcast about nipping down to the chippy for a pint?
Well, you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh! Hello, Kelsey.
Hello, Robert.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Haven't seen you in a whole, 6 hours.
12 hours?
12
Yeah.
hours.
It's been a long time.
I know. Oh, man. It's been wild.
It's been a busy fucking week, dude. I don't know, what it is, but I realized today that I haven't stopped putting shit on my calendar for the past, month and a half, and I'm like, I just need a day where I can just lay in bed and not do anything.
For real, when I got done having to go to England for work and then going to Virginia for vacation and stuff, I came home and I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to pretend the world doesn't exist and the only thing that is real is my couch and my PlayStation. That's it.
I feel that. I feel that deep in my bones.
Everything.
Yeah. And then we had all this stuff going on. We went to the No Sleep Podcast live show last night. They were in Dallas.
For Halloween!
Halloween!
Oh, man. So good.
It was really good. I love their pins this year, too. They're very cute.
Yeah, so I never really buy merch from, a concert or, a show like that, just for the fact that it's expensive most of the time.
Yeah.
And No Sleep is not expensive. That's not what I'm saying. Right? But none of the designs on the stuff really ever, got me. Right?
Never speak to your soul.
They never did. But the shirt they had for this show was so awesome.
It's so good.
Couldn't handle it. They must have known that I love pumpkins, man.
I don't even know who did the art. Do you think it was Jorn?
No.
It doesn't look like his stuff normally. I don't know.
No,
but
it's a little different.
So it's a carved jack-o'-lantern, and then the top is popping off, and there's blood shooting out of it. It's amazing.
Go to their website.
Yeah.
To see if it's on their phone cases and stuff that they do. Because I think they usually say what it's or who it's by when you see the kind of merch.
I wore a shirt to the podcast that has a piece of art on it from Jorn. One of the
cool.
drawings that he did for the podcast. It was that horrible deer summoning circle thing, the beechwood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing with the smoke coming out of its eyes. I'm still wearing the shirt because I'm a dirty girl and I did not take it off.
So I got a compliment on my shirt. I don't know if you heard.
Your Ninja Turtle shirt?
Yeah, so I wore a Ninja Turtle shirt that says trick or pizza.
And I want to clarify, the or is very small and very hard to find, so it looks like it says trick pizza.
Trick pizza. And I'm actually wearing that shirt again right now too, so.
All right, we're doing it together. Cheers.
It's not like anything happens in a shirt, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't running a mile.
This is one that, so I wore it to the show and then I wore it to bed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, so I took it off and when I got home I was like, well, that shirt's pretty clean. Whoop.
Nope, I just kept mine on. I wore it to bed and then I woke up and I continued wearing it all day.
Which is fine since you don't have to go to the office.
That's true.
Which I sometimes envy, but I don't know.
Yeah, you should envy it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you should.
But I did sweat in this shirt because of the fucking Uber driver we had last night.
Oh man, I was telling so many people about that today.
Yeah, if we want to circle back to our trailer for a moment here, when we talked about our Uber drivers for the No Sleep podcast.
That is true.
Oh my god. So our driver last night, he didn't know left from right at all.
Okay. So first of all, we get in, and he's like, I don't know the way out of your apartment complex. So I say, we'll take a right, because that leads directly to the exit, right?
Yeah.
So I go, right, and as soon as I finish the T, right, he goes left.
He cranks that wheel left so hard. I almost hit my head on the right side window.
And then I am really sure he said, I got it, my man.
He did.
Because I think the Google Maps showed a left, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if that's why, but I'm pretty sure he goes, I got it, my man. And I was like, fine.
All right, take the wheel.
Do it. And then you are trying to move your seat back.
Uh-huh.
And what does he say to you immediately?
He's like, oh, the trigger's on the left. And I'm like reaching down between the console and the seat. Like, that's a weird fucking place to put a little seat mover, but okay. He's like, oh, I mean the right. Like, buddy, how old are you?
Oh, man.
Drive a vehicle for a living.
You can straight up tell that Uber is his business. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't do this on the side. This is his living.
You know what the giveaway was?
What?
That sign on top of his car. Like
Yep.
an advertisement sign on the top of his car. It
Yep,
wasn't a
he
taxi.
had an LED, like, billboard on top of his car.
Dude is ready to pick you up. He will not get you the right place. He will get you the left place. But he'll get you there fast.
His car was so rickety. Like,
Oh my god.
you can tell he's using this day in, day out, all day.
Was it you who said it sounded like a ghost ship?
Yeah, it sounds like when you think of a ghost ship, you hear this creaking sound in your mind, right? You just hear like, yeah. That's how the car sounded the whole time.
No joke.
Like, the beginning of the trip, I feel like he was fine. Like,
He was
felt
fine
okay.
until we hit like rush hour Dallas.
And then he went, I'm gonna shave 1 minute off of this time by driving as crazy as possible.
I have never seen somebody switch lanes with such like big dick energy. That man was just swerving all over the fucking road.
That is
Left,
basically
right.
how I described it at work today.
Oh my god.
I was like, I wish I had the confidence this man had to go from the left lane of 35 all the way to the right, having never looked, signaled, or done anything but went, I'm doing it.
And then all the way back to the right. Like, just all over the place.
Like, this guy, I'm pretty sure we cleared a couple cars by an inch. I mean, if we passed a car that had any of those, like, proximity sensor things,
They were beeping.
those people got beeped.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, what the fuck just happened?
No, dude, my thighs were sore by the end of the trip because I was pressing myself into the back of my seat so hard. I was just, like, clenched the entire time.
So I was following him on Google Maps the whole way, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I see which way he's going because Google Maps has recalculated for me. Every single turn that I thought was going to happen, he never took it. It recalculated like 30 times.
Oh my
And
god.
it was when we were basically one turn away that he couldn't possibly go any other direction. I realized that I hadn't been breathing. And I finally took a breath and was like, oh, that feels nice.
Oh yeah, I have lungs. I forgot.
It was also partially because he kind of had a smell.
It's true. All Uber drivers have a smell. Just some kind of ambiance about them.
Yeah, but the man will get you where you want to go. And the review that I wanted to leave was, he will get you there. If you need to be there at a certain time, he'll get you there before that, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, that's about right. I felt like I needed about 6 barbiturates after that ride.
So, if you don't use Uber, I would like to go ahead and tell you now, when you're in an Uber, if they take a toll road or an express lane, that adds to the fare on you.
And also, the Uber driver has to ask you and be like, hey, do you want to take the toll road?
Yeah, so he jumped in the express lane and goes, I'm doing this to get by traffic.
Like, not a question, a full statement, like, we're doing this.
Yeah. And so one of the people in the backseat with me goes, aren't you fucking pissed off about that? Like, he's charging you money. And I went, do you want to be in this car longer? And she goes, no, but it's not the point.
Yeah. I'm glad we got out of that Uber alive.
Yes.
The dude on the drive home was fantastic.
So his car was also rickety as shit.
Was it?
It just sounded like it was having a hard time making a go of it.
Yeah, I feel like anybody who drives Uber for a living, like, their car is just going to get beat to shit anyway, so
And so that one was like a minivan style thing, right?
Yeah, it was enough to fit 4 humans comfortably in the back.
Well, so I was in the back, and it sounded like there was no door on the back of the car.
What? Did you hear like a whistling?
No, it sounded just like full blown like air back there. And so I looked and was like, all right, there's like a tailgate thing. It's closed. But it sounds like it's open. That there's just full on open air behind me.
Dangerous.
It was weird. I was getting freaked out. And then I felt bad because I felt like he wanted to talk. But we were like,
we were too
don't
deep in our
know
own
if
conversation.
like, we can trust you because the first Uber hurt us.
I know, we been wounded like a kicked puppy.
So, No Sleep was fantastic.
Yeah.
Listeners, it is our podcast. I mean, we love them.
It's our favorite. Like, if there's anybody out there who enjoys horror stories, I cannot recommend this enough. You've got to see No Sleep.
It is the best.
I'm going to crack this thing open.
Oh, good. I need to as well. Ow! I missed the tab.
Oh, no.
Nice. I have one little bit of housekeeping for you.
All right.
I don't know. Who knows? And I don't remember if I even texted you. I think I may have messed this up. Star Wars tickets went on sale.
Fuck. Yeah. You did text me. And
Okay,
I
cool.
told Richard, but I don't know if he remembered because I forgot to remind him.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm going to have to, like, jump off after the podcast and be like, did you get the tickets?
So, I got tickets.
Good. Where are you seeing it?
Tinseltown.
Nice. 40?
So
4X? 4XD? HDR?
3D IMAX.
3D IMAX. Is
Yeah.
that the one with the curved screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I saw 7 and 8.
So, I'm gonna see it like that, and I actually didn't buy them. There was like a group, and they were bought separately, right?
Okay.
Apart from me, and I was like, well, I need one from my mama.
Yeah.
Like, I always take my mama to like the
Gotta
big
take Mom.
movies, right?
Yeah.
I sat there for 45 minutes.
Oh, God.
And it wouldn't add it to the cart, and it would say, can't add to cart, reason unknown.
Well, that's helpful.
What the fuck does that mean?
These are not the tickets you're looking for.
So, it finally gets in the cart, and then it would not take my money.
Really?
Like, I put in the stuff, I hit the button, and it goes, couldn't complete transaction, try again. Couldn't complete transaction, try again. And when it's in your cart, hell no, take my money. Like, for real, take my money.
Take my money, you big fat mouse.
So, when it's in your cart, if you don't complete the purchase in 5 minutes, the seat becomes available again.
I hate that type of ticket sale. I get the worst stomach ache whenever I have to buy tickets, and there's like that little timer in the top corner. It's like, you have 10 minutes.
This one didn't show it, but it kept not doing it, so I would like refresh the thing, and the seat was available, so I'd have to go through the whole thing of trying to get it back in there to buy the ticket again.
I bet that like you and one other person out there were warring for this same ticket, and it was just confusing the system.
I'm going to say that has to be it, because the 4th time that I had to refresh this thing,
God,
the whole row was gone.
What?
So, Mama don't get to go.
Boo.
I know, it stinks. But I'm going to go see it with her again anyway, because you know I'm going to see it again.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I hope it's that good.
So Carrie Fisher is in this one, from what I understand?
I imagine she's in, like, the beginning, or, like, some flashbacks.
Okay, just like some old footage, I guess, that they had not used for the past movies?
Yeah, they had done some stuff that wasn't in the old movies that they're like, well, we can repurpose this for that.
Okay.
But the true arc she was going to have, they had to do away with, because she was supposed to be, like, a big part of this movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I saw news articles. I've been avoiding previews because previews ruin everything.
Yeah.
But, I've been seeing like articles and stuff that like show Carrie Fisher's face all over this movie, and I'm like, I really hope that they're not going to CGI her in there, because that's really not what I go there to see, you know? I don't feel like that's respectful to the legacy of the actress.
If it's good, I think I'd be okay with it because, I mean, I can see what you mean. Like, it's not fair to the actress because you're essentially taking that. I mean,
you're like
not really
their
taking
likeness.
the job from them because she's not around to be there.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's just I think it's. I just wonder how I would feel if it was my mom. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think they got the approval from her daughter to use like the footage they did have.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good.
But at the same time, we love the character of Leia so much that if there was like this great redemption arc or some big thing that was in store for her and that has to ruin it, like doesn't the character and Leia's legacy deserve that extra little bit maybe?
What I would want to see is instead of trying to work it into movie 9 as like a Uncanny Valley CGI human face, I would want them to do an animated separate film.
Okay. And just kind of complete it on the side.
Yeah,
over there.
Because they don't have to have her voice necessarily. They could find an actress who's close enough or have her daughter do it even.
That's what I was thinking.
And that would, I think, fulfill her legacy a lot better than using just a creepy CGI. Because, I don't know, the CGI that I've seen in Star Wars so far has not blown my socks off for this trilogy.
But you have to think, they're all Disney, right? And they keep trying this digital stuff, and that's what I was telling you I think The Lion King is. It's like, okay, how truly good can we make it look so that when we do that in Star Wars or something down the road, people don't get as mad as they have been?
Yeah.
How good can we make it look that it's that convincing? So I think, to me, that's what The Lion King was. It's like, let's really test out our animation to true life capability, right?
Well, if they learned anything from The Lion King, it's that people didn't seem to enjoy it.
It's emotion. Give me emotion.
Give the lion's eyebrows, for Christ's sake.
That's all I need. But so, I did get tickets. I'm fucking stoked. I hope Richard got you tickets. Find out when we're done.
Yeah, that's number one on my agenda right now.
I did read a thing today. It's going to be the longest Star Wars ever made.
Really?
By 3 minutes.
Oh, come on, Disney. The longest Star Wars ever.
The longest Star Wars. Tops it by a whopping 3 minutes.
Holy cow.
And you know that, like, 3 minutes of that might just be the credits.
That's absolutely correct.
So who knows? I really hope it's good because it's supposed to tie off the end of the Skywalker saga. Like, 1977 to 2019 end cap this, you know?
I really want it to be good.
That's crazy.
That's so much legacy to tie up. Like, I don't want them to fuck it up.
I know, right? But they got J.J. Abrams back.
Okay.
The guy, frankly, just does no wrong. Like, he takes stuff seriously, and he does good by it. And I feel like since he's back on it, like, he's gonna take it somewhere good and give it what it deserves, you know?
Yeah.
So
I've made it a point to myself to, like, watch no previews for this, just because I want to go in with a clean slate.
I did not watch the final trailer.
Yeah.
And I've seen all the rest of them.
I only saw one trailer, and it was like, maybe Rey's gonna be Darkseid, and that's the only thing
That's the last one that I saw. I remember the first one, and she's, like, running away from, like, a TIE fighter in, like, this desert or something.
Uh-huh.
And everyone thought it was so cool, and I was like, nothing happens. I don't get why everyone likes this. It doesn't make sense. But maybe the part in the movie's cool. We'll see.
We'll see. I saw a movie this weekend.
You saw a movie?
I did. I saw Zombieland 2.
Oh my god.
Double tap. Pow, pow.
Dude. Oh, I want to see it so bad.
It is very good. I know that you and I feel the same about Emma Stone, and that she can do no wrong.
I love her,
big, beautiful eyes of hers.
I love her.
I love her face. Just want to kiss it. Just.
I just want to hold her and be like, you're so awesome. You're so great.
Just want a gentle kiss on the forehead.
So, if you guys haven't seen Zombieland, this is a sequel from a movie that's 10 years old.
Yeah.
10 years later, we get a part 2.
Like, literally 10 whole years.
It's crazy. So
and they mentioned that a couple times in the movie, actually.
Did they really?
Yeah, they were like, you know how, what's-his-face Woody Harrelson, his catchphrase in 2009 was always like, "Nut up or shut up."
I saw that part in the trailer.
In the trailer, yeah, she's like, "That's very 2009 of you to say."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the catchphrase holds up.
I don't like it.
You don't like nut up or shut up?
No, it's so like I don't know.
2009.
It's so 2009.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
But overall, great movie. Like, I have no complaints about it. It was exactly what I expected it to be.
So here's my question. This is the only thing that I need to know if I will enjoy it. Okay.
Okay.
Is it like the first one, in that the main dude, Jesse Eisenberg, narrates stuff over the movie?
Yes.
I will love this movie. I love movies that do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Christmas Story, just like,
yes.
And I didn't know it then, but this would change my life forever. Like, that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I fucking dig that.
There's less of that in the sequel, but it's
still it's
happening.
There.
Yeah.
Because, like, the beginning to the first movie is so ingrained in my mind because of that. Like, it's just him, like, talking about the apocalypse as we kind of get to see it.
Yeah.
And I love, like, rule 1, like, cardio.
Yes.
And then, like,
he still has all his rules.
And I like how the rules show up in the world.
That's my favorite thing about this series of movies.
The writing of the rule. And then, like, they will sometimes vaguely interact with it and, like, knock the words over. But they're not really there. It's so awesome. I love it.
Yeah, this movie had me laughing.
Okay, good.
It's very good. It's just, it's not gonna blow your mind. It's not one of those movies where you're like, this is the movie I've been waiting for forever. But, like, it's just a very good zombie.
It's a good sequel.
Yeah, it's a good zom-com.
Okay. So I saw that Luke Wilson is in it.
Yes.
How's my boy do? I love him.
I can't tell you anything about it.
But he's good.
He's good.
Okay.
Yes. He shows up. He made my day.
For me, like, the whole thing with him, I get from Idiocracy.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of the first movie that I saw that I just loved him in.
Fucking love Idiocracy.
It's the best. If you guys have not seen Idiocracy, watch that movie. That's the future we are currently headed towards right now.
We are currently living in right now.
We kind of are. Like, a lot of it is kind of there now.
A little too close to home.
A little bit. It's so good. It's got my boy Terry Crews. I love Terry Crews.
Fucking love Terry Crews. Ooh, oh my god. Okay, so in this, in the movie, you know how they had the previews and all that? They had a lot of good previews for a lot of good scary movies coming up. Because, of course, it's scary movie season.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any scary movies yet this year.
I know. We've been bad.
We've been real bad. They had one for a movie called The Turning. Have you heard of that?
No, but I dig in the name.
Yes.
Like, already.
So the movie doesn't actually come out until 2020, so it's not going to be a spooky season movie.
Okay. But
it looks like it's going to be freaking good.
Okay.
So it's got...
so hang on. It's called The Turning.
Yes.
I feel like it's a little too easy to guess werewolves, but is it werewolves?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. It looks so good. Okay, so in the preview, basically what you see is, like, these two creepy-ass children, one of whom is Finn Wolfhard, that I just love. He's the cutest little child actor. I want to pinch his little face. Such a little man. So yeah, Finn Wolfhard and his, like, little sister, and they get a new nanny. They're orphaned. They live in this giant mansion all alone with their caretaker or something.
Okay.
And so the nanny comes and she's like, I'm going to be your new friend. And the little girl is like, I don't have any friends. And the nanny's just like, well, you've got me. And the girl's like, not for long. It's just so creepy.
Oh, man.
And it's just like, there's such an ominous presence throughout the whole trailer. You don't see anything, like, particularly freaky until the nanny is, like, going around just kind of, like, opening shit in the house. I don't know, snooping, looking for why the parents are gone or, like, why this house is so creepy. And
here's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
The trailer for The Boy had great atmosphere and everything else. And you remember how that movie turned out?
The Boy?
the boy where Maggie from The Walking Dead has to take care of the doll.
Oh, I did not
like,
see that.
You didn't see the boy?
No.
You would hate it.
Oh, I fucking love Maggie, though.
Yeah. It was like her first movie after, like, Walking Dead got big, right?
Yeah.
And she's like... So these people need someone to babysit their son. And so she takes the job. And when she gets there, it's like a wooden ventriloquist doll style thing.
Ooh. No.
And they're like, this is blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever his name was, right?
Uh-huh.
And they give her all these rules and stuff, and she has to take care of this doll as if it's a real boy.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I have heard of that.
Yeah.
I
know you've probably
seen
seen the trailers.
Okay.
But so, I'm going to spoil it because that movie fucking sucks.
Okay, really?
Yeah, we hated it. Like as soon as, like, the big thing happens, you just go, this movie sucks.
Aw.
Like, everything before the like, twist is great. You're like, oh my god. Because, like, she quits taking care of him, right? Because she's like, it's a doll. Like, I can just sit here and do nothing. And then, like, it, like, writes her notes, and, like, it's sliding under the door in real time, and, like, you hear his little wooden legs, like going away from the door and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that their, like, actual son didn't die. So, like, they think that their son died, and his ghost is in this doll.
Uh-huh.
And it turns out he didn't die. He lives in the fucking walls of this house.
Ew.
And he actually comes out of the walls and eats the food that's prepared for the doll and stuff, and moves the doll around himself, and he's just actually there. It makes the
super
whole
weird.
movie make no sense.
Yeah, like, I would much prefer the doll just be possessed.
That's what I want. I didn't get that. Movie sucks.
Boo.
I'm not even spoiler tagging that, because don't watch it. It's not good.
Okay. This movie does look good, though. So The Turning is... You know, okay, remember the redhead from Game of Thrones? Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
The wildling girl?
Yeah.
I love her.
Me too. She's the lead in this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's the nanny, so I kind of want to see it just for that.
I like
this
her,
movie's been in
and
production.
I love Finn, man.
Yes. This movie's been in production for over 4 years.
Okay, so does Finn look like a little boy?
He looks about... I don't know, he looks about current age. I don't know if they just had, like, planning happening before or whatever.
Okay.
And now they're filming it, but... Yeah, it's been in development since 2016.
Because, like, Stranger Things Season 3, that kid is like a man. He's big. He's tall.
His voice is all deep and shit. I don't think he's that old in this movie. I think it was, like, pre-puberty.
Okay.
But the coolest thing about this movie, it's based on a story written in 1898.
You're selling me, man. You're selling me.
Old-ass ghost story. Like a super old gothic tale. I'm like, fuck yeah.
This is a real ghost story.
Yeah. So,
oh, man.
The original story is called The Turn of the Screw, and I don't even want to look it up because I want to be fully surprised by this movie.
Okay, yeah. We gotta go see this.
Yeah, I'm so ready for it. It comes out in January, so we got some time to plan about it.
What a weird time.
I know. Weird time for a spooky movie.
Okay. I'm digging it. I will go.
Yes.
I will definitely go. I wanted to tell you about something, actually.
All right.
So, we've been talking about different ways to better the podcast, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, listeners, I don't know if you know, but it's kind of hard to get everything, like, squared away to make these things go pretty good.
Guys, it's hard. It's very difficult.
We're trying to find, like, microphone arms to, like, hold the microphone so you can move it around and do all this stuff. That shit's hard to find.
The thing about podcasts is that, like, the skill floor is extremely low. The skill ceiling, extremely high.
Yeah, it is. Like, there's so many cool little toys you can get to make it just that much easier, sound that much better. Like, there's too much.
And you have to, like, weigh whether or not it's worth it to put the investment in, because this is not a money-making venture. Like, we're paying to have our podcast hosted on a website. We're giving it to y'all for free.
Yeah, dude. Like,
and that's not going to change. We're going to keep giving it to you for free, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's sign up to our season pass. You can hear you can hear Kelsey pet her cats for 3 hours.
Yep, special bonus content.
Hello, would you like a salmon snack?
I don't give them salmon snacks. They're not that spoiled.
I actually wanted to tell you about this because this is something that I've loved for a long time already.
Okay.
Right? So, there's a... it's not a convention. I keep saying that. And I can't believe I couldn't think of this word when I was trying to tell you about it the other day.
Yeah.
This is a film festival. And that's like a common phrase. Film festival.
It is.
And I was like, it's a film convention? It's a gathering? And I couldn't come up with
it's like a party
festival.
where they show movies.
So it's a film party, right? So there's this thing called Fantastic Fest, and I've been following it for, I don't know, like 8 years now.
Damn, I've
like
never heard of
long
this.
time. So it's a film festival that's in Austin, Texas, right?
Okay.
And it is like one of the premier film festivals in the U.S.
Cool.
Like, a lot of people, they hear film festival and they go, oh yeah, like Sundance or Cannes, right?
Yeah.
And those are really big ones, but I think those are like in Canada and stuff. So we have one here. It's called Fantastic Fest, and they tend to premiere a lot of movies that you don't typically see in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, they show these wild movies. So I think I told you about this one on the podcast, actually, one time, called The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No, but you have told me about it on the podcast.
Okay. So it actually came from Fantastic Fest, and that's why I even knew to go look it up to begin with.
Okay.
Right? Because every year, I follow all the stuff they talk about, and I go look it up, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I was just kind of combing through this list of stuff that came out at Fantastic Fest. They actually, it's one of the premier places that John Wick came out.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, John Wick had an appearance here. I was going through a bunch of these. There's a Studio Ghibli movie that debuted here.
Nice.
One of the last ones that happened. I was just combing through the list. There was another big anime one that came out. I know.
So what time of year does this happen?
So, The Green Inferno came out there. Nice. That movie was good. So this year it happened. I remember it happening in like August. But this year it was September 19th through the 26th. It's a 2-week thing.
We just missed it.
That's 1 week. I can't even count, man. It's so long.
That is a long fest.
Well, I mean, you're watching movies. Like, to see all of them, you'd have to be there for at least a few days, you know?
Yeah.
I was combing through it because it just ended. So, of course, I was looking up all the new stuff that came out, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you about the one I'm excited for after I tell you this. So, I was on the website, and I'm there right now. And so, I was going through the schedule in my mind, pretending that I was there and the things that I could see, right?
Okay.
So I was looking through them. Oh, and actually, I just pulled up the schedule. Guess what one of the movies was that came out at Fantastic Fest this year?
John Wick 3?
No.
Damn it.
Guns Akimbo. Do you know what that is?
No, but it sounds amazing.
Guns Akimbo is the movie with Daniel Radcliffe that everybody was freaking out about the photos of him. He's in like a robe, bunny slippers, and he's covered in blood with these 2 pistols.
Yeah.
That's that movie. It debuted here like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I was like, Guns Akimbo, I could have seen that! Oh my god! So, I was going through the thing, and it's like Thursday, here's all these movies, there's a party, and then it was the Friday that kind of got me. There's 2 items on the schedule that I think you'll find interesting.
What is it?
So, here's this movie, oh, and then at 2 o'clock, Doug Loves Movies podcast. What? And then at 4 o'clock, the Horror Podcast.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what does this mean? Apparently, you can, I guess, apply for an industry badge and you could do your podcast at Fantastic Fest.
Fucking cool.
Essentially. So, my goal is to get us to a place that we could go to Fantastic Fest.
Hell yeah, let's write that shit down.
See all these movies and do all this stuff. But
I want that.
It did say, like, one of the kind of requirements is that your podcast needs to be a thing that would further the things that are on this, or that are here. It's not necessarily saying you have to be an industry insider, like you need to be a movie podcast, right?
Yeah, we just have to be a popular podcast.
Kind of.
Okay, so we got a year. We can do this. Let's get some
we
listeners.
got time. We got time.
Guys, you can help us with this. I really would love it if you could just, like, I say it at the end a lot, and oftentimes I'm kidding, but this time I mean it. I want you to take a pair of headphones, slap them on your best friend's head, and hold them down. Just hold them. And play our shit.
And say, send these people to Fantastic Fest!
Listen to this podcast. Isn't it great?
So,
subscribe, like,
1, 2,
rate, review.
3. I'm counting 4 different podcasts have panels or whatever at this thing, just from what I'm seeing right now.
Okay.
So, all right, there were 4. 2 of them were horror podcasts, but Fantastic Fest, if you're going back through our old backlog, the first episode's about scary movies. I mean, we got this down. All right, we know our shit.
Half this podcast is just us talking about movies anyway, so.
And for just like weird movies.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm so into that.
I wanted to tell you about that because I thought that was a really interesting thing. I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
So, actually, a badge. So when I looked this up, I was like, "Yep, I'm never going." A badge is $520. And that's the industry one, too.
What the fuck? Okay. Is there a starving podcaster option?
Well, there is a second half badge where you go for the second half of the festival.
Okay.
And it's still $275.
That's so much.
So I was thinking about it. I was like, all right, that's just the badge. It's in Austin.
That
like we would have to stay there.
You gotta pay for food.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would take like a cooler full of gallons of milk
and
just
sandwiches,
boxes of cereal, and that's my life for a full week.
Just like free continental breakfast in the morning, and that's it. Stuff my first full bananas.
Yeah. Be like, so how many of these waffles can I make and take with me? Because they're gonna be my dinner tonight.
Just like bust out a roll of tinfoil, just cranking out waffles in the morning. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna make like 50. I'll be right out of your hair in a minute.
Mommy, this guy's made 50 and I'm hungry.
Shut up, child.
Have this one, it's ugly looking.
You can have the ugly waffle.
The one I burnt. So, yeah, it's an 8-day festival, and potentially, if we were to apply and they said, yeah, here's an industry badge, we could go and, like, cover it, man.
I love that.
And you would see so much cool shit.
Hell yeah.
So, Guns Akimbo was one. I wish I could find another one that, like, you would know if you heard it. So there's one called Jojo Rabbit.
Haven't heard of that one.
It's by the director of Thor Ragnarok. That's why people were all about it. And I think it won the award for, like, the best movie there. They do a bunch of creepy movies, right? Always with the scary ones. Oh, yeah! I think Knives Out was there.
Oh, really?
I think so. And I know that you actually want to see that one.
I do want to see that one. Anyway.
Good stuff was there.
Yeah, let's just put that on the vision board.
So think about that. We got to make this happen.
Yes.
But I only found that out because when I was looking it up, I was, seeing what all the cool stuff was, right? And yes, not Knives Out was like the last thing they showed.
Nice.
So something else debuted there, which I have seen already, and I want everyone in the world to find a way to watch it because it was so great.
What is it?
Okay. Do you know the name Jendi Taranovsky? Or Taranovsky?
I know the last name.
Okay. Yeah, Taranovsky. Okay. Tartakovsky. There you go.
Okay, I don't know that name.
Genndy Tartakovsky. If you don't know who he is the man who created Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He is the man who created Samurai Jack.
All right.
He is the man who created Hotel Transylvania, one of the biggest movies that
the legend.
like Sony has, right?
Yeah.
So he's real big on this really unique form of storytelling. Okay?
Okay.
And he put out a show called Primal. It's 5 episodes, and at Fantastic Fest, he released it kind of as like a little short film, kind of.
Cool. Like all 5
And
together?
Just all 5 put in one bundle, right?
Nice.
So it's airing on Adult Swim right now.
This very second?
It's kind of like hit or miss, because it was actually on when I went to Virginia, and I started watching the first episode. I think it's gonna like come on like every couple of weeks, like one a night.
Uh-huh.
Right? Well, I found it. I've been watching it. I will just tell you, the first episode alone, if you aren't instantly hooked, you hate storytelling.
Okay.
This show has 0 words. It is told strictly by what is happening on the screen.
What? Cool.
There's music and sound effects. That's it.
So what's it about?
It is about a caveman.
Oh.
He becomes friends with a Tyrannosaurus.
What?
And that first episode was one of the most enthralling things I've ever seen in my life.
Is there any, like, caveman grunting and dinosaur growling, or is it just straight silence?
Tons of roaring.
Perfect.
And tons of... Whoa, oh, whoa.
You know what this reminds me of? You ever watch, what was the name of that show? It was like a kid's show, Kablam?
I love Kablam.
And the Prometheus and Bob segments?
Dude.
Those are my favorite.
I love Prometheus. Okay, then you're gonna love this, yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
Because it's just like that, like you totally know what's going on, but there's no like, hey, this is what's going on.
Okay.
And I'd say what's gonna hook you will be within the first 10 minutes. So it's a 20-minute episode. Might be the first 5 minutes. Like, something happens that starts this whole arc of what's going on.
Okay.
And if you're not hooked when that thing happens, then you're just not going to like it.
All right, I got to give this a watch.
It's so good, and I actually gave you all the shows to watch. So when you have time,
just snuck it into my personal flash drive.
I can't wait to hear what you think of the first one only. That's the only one I even care for you to watch right now.
I'll watch it tonight.
But I cranked out all 5 pretty quick. And there's no talking. And I'm thinking about it days later, just like thinking about things that were in some of the shows. And like, wow, that's like a deep message. You know? It's just so good. And I love him and that dinosaur together. They're the coolest pair, the coolest duo I've ever seen.
Dynamic duo.
They're so awesome together. So his name is Spear, and her name is Fang.
How do you know their names?
Because, like, it's just listed when I was reading up on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they never say it, and I don't even think they list it in the credits. Because, like, they give a voice credit to the guy that grunts for a Spear, right?
Okay.
But they don't even call him Spear. I think they just go voice provided by this guy. But so it's Spear and Fang is called that because she has just this one giant tooth on one side of her face that, like, sticks out amongst all the rest of the sharp teeth.
Cute.
And I love her. She's so awesome. I just wanted to tell you about that because I've been looking up Fantastic Fest for all those years, and just so happened to go, podcast, we're doing that. We could actually do something with this? I have us a goal. We must reach it.
All right, let's climb that ladder.
Let's do that.
So this weekend, I was volunteering at the food pantry because we have like a volunteer program through my office.
Okay.
And I've been on the hunt for, I don't even, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this story.
Is this the thing that you tweeted the other day? For a haunted item?
Oh, no. Okay, that's a separate
good.
thing entirely. I just really want a haunted coffee scoop. So have some haunted coffee, you know. But Okay, no, so anyway, so I was at the food pantry, I was volunteering, just going up and down the aisles, like, filling orders for homeless who would come in, needing a food order. So,
Okay.
like, you take the little grocery cart, you put a bunch of stuff on the shelf into the cart, and you give it to them. And we have, like, sections for a whole bunch of different stuff. So there's, like, a cereal section, and a frozen meat section,
Yeah.
and a beverages section. And so I get to the beverages, and I'm reaching for just, like, some random canned seltzer and stuff. And I put a seltzer in the cart, and behind that can of plain seltzer that I had just grabbed, glowing like an angel in the dark,
Okay.
Hi-Biscus LaCroix.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, indeed. So they don't sell Hi-Biscus LaCroix anywhere in the fucking area. So I'm looking at this can like, how did you get here? What is your journey? What is your story?
Are you here?
Why are you here? Why? I have been on the hunt for a Hi-Biscus LaCroix since I saw it was a thing, because if there's anything I love, it's like the taste of being punched in the mouth by a flower.
Don't you mean like daintily caressed by a flower?
No, I want to get decked by a flower. Like, I want a flower just whole ass.
I've heard LaCroix is like the most subtlest of flavors.
Some of the LaCroix is. I mean, I think when it comes to flower flavors, most
It's always just
food
like, ooh.
items overdo it, but I love that. Like, I love the overpowering taste. I want to go out into the garden and just eat flowers. I have a problem.
Okay. Okay.
So I was faced with the moral dilemma of like, I really want this Hi-Biscus LaCroix,
Do I
but it is
steal from these poor people?
literally in a food pantry for homeless people, and I'm like, oh my god. Long story short, I did not steal the LaCroix, but
Very nice.
it was like a test from Satan, like just there on the shelf, calling my name. I wanted it so bad.
my
Where do you
God.
get a Hi-Biscus LaCroix? Like, I've seen them, last time I looked on the map, because there's a LaCroix map in this world. Last time I checked it, it's only sold on the West Coast. So I'm like, what in the fuck? How did it get here? You can buy them on Amazon, but you have to buy like an 18 pack for $36. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so I'm like actually looking that up right now. It's where to buy, find LaCroix. Okay, how do you say this word?
What,
Is it-
Hi-Biscus?
No, LaCroix or LaCroix? What is it?
It's LaCroix, but ironically we say LaCroix.
Okay, so what is this? Ah, okay. So I just checked Hi-Biscus only, and I'm searching nearby. Yeah, no locations found.
No locations. Oh,
Okay,
there's
sorry.
one at the food pantry in Irving, like
Oh my
a single Hi-Biscus LaCroix. Where did it come from?
Somebody donated it
Why?
like, on
From
the West
where?
Coast, and it just like made its way here.
They just drove all the way from California with a single Hi-Biscus LaCroix, and they took it to the food pantry, and they were like, I don't want this. And they turned back around and drove back to California. That's the story that I have made up for it in my head.
Oh my god.
I wanted it so bad. I can,
Perfect.
like, see it on the shelf now and just, like, see the little beads of hibiscus sweat on it. Just wanna touch it.
It even has like a different look.
Yeah, it does. It
Like-
looks pretty.
Like the way Hi-Biscus is on there. And it's
Yeah.
even got an exclamation. Like, okay.
It
So
does.
this one says coconut, passion fruit, mango, and this one's Hi-Biscus exclamation point.
Yeah, it's not hibiscus. It's hibiscus.
Hi-Biscus.
Like, I want it so bad.
I will admit, the can looks great.
I just want to eat the can. Like, full billy goat. Just nom 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 nom. God.
Well, I commend you for your moral decision.
Thank you. Satan was
But
testing
I
me.
also would have played devil's advocate and been like, it's one can, no one will know.
I know. Who would have missed the LaCroix?
Who wants it from this thing? Like, well, I think you did good,
Thank you.
but I feel bad for you.
One day I will get my comeuppance. I will get my hibiscus LaCroix.
See, hopefully someone on the West Coast will hear this and go, oh, we have like all of this left over. We should just donate it to her.
Send me a case, please.
They're going to send you like a pallet.
Yes. I have so much seltzer in my house at all times. It's not even like it's an addiction. It's bad.
Kelsey, You pulled out a seltzer at no sleep yesterday.
I put it in my purse for the drive, and then I forgot that I had it.
Mysteriously, just like whip one out. It's like, psh, I have a drink, don't need one.
That's my trait. Hidden seltzer. I'm sweating thinking about LaCroix now.
Oh my god. But since you mentioned coffee, we're going to have to talk coffee on the next one.
Did I mention coffee?
You said something about coffee.
Oh, my haunted coffee scoop. Yeah, if anybody out there in Podland has a antique coffee scoop that may or may not be haunted or cursed, I am in the market for one of those.
Yeah, because I really want to talk to you about how different we are with coffee.
Yeah, your coffee preferences.
The world,
I think about them and I get mad.
The world is so about coffee, and they're so particular with coffee.
I know,
must be,
each person
so minutely crafted to their palate and stuff, right?
Everyone is a flower, and we all have different coffee preferences.
Yeah, I can't wait to shatter that illusion for you on how I go about it, man.
All right, we'll tune in next time for that.
All right, so, shall we apply to this and see if we can get in? I don't know, a good ending.
Let's fest this film.
All right, let's fest this film.
Ew.
Why ew? You said it.
Yeah, but like the word fest, I don't know, like fester.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's fester away and rot.
Let's fester away and rot. Like all these scary movies at Fantastic Fest.
Oh my god, let's end this, please. I'm dying.
Okay. Please tell your friends about us. Help us grow this podcast, this audience. We want to reach more of you. We want to be your distraction for the day. We want to be a place to give you a different outlook on something.
We want to be your friends.
Yeah, we just want to have a good old conversation with you guys. That's all we want. So please, if you can, if you haven't subscribed to us, you're hearing it because somebody did shove this in your ears, please go subscribe to us on your favorite platform so that you never miss a show. We release weekly every Monday, and to date, have not missed one.
Not one.
We are consistent. We are always here for you. If you have a podcast and you're like, man, they don't release enough, we're here weekly. And you can count it. You can take that to the bank.
Take it to the bank and cash it.
It is not worth a lot.
No, it's not.
In fact, you might have to pay.
You're probably going to have to pay at the bank if you go there with a check that just says, you must be thinking of another podcast, because they'll be like, we can't give you anything for this.
They're going to say, well, then you must be thinking of a different place to give money.
You must be thinking of a different bank account.
And if you are subscribed to us and you like what we do, please take a second and go to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review. You know what? I'm not even going to ask you to write a comment this time. I just want the 5 stars. It's good enough for me
stars.
now.
I'm craving the stars.
I'm craving them stars like Mario.
I live for the stars. Give me the stars. Once you're done with all that, you can go on to social media, find us, and friend us. We are at YMBToAP on Twitter and Instagram. You can find our personals, too, if you really want to. We're linked up on there.
Yeah, man.
Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook. Look for us on YouTube. We're all over that fucking place.
And so, actually, I did just make us a Twitch.
Yeah. What do you? We haven't talked about the Twitch yet.
Well, so we're gonna start trying to feel around with it, because if you've listened, we do both kind of play some games, right?
Right.
Twitch could either be you watch us stream games. It could even be a place where you just kind of like chit chat with us, because there's that just chatting place in it, right?
I would love that. We should do like a monthly hangout or something.
So if you guys are interested in Twitch, if you do go to Twitch and there's something that you like on it and you're like, hey, here's what I go look at, let us know and we'll kind of figure out what you guys like. I mean, we're not really doing it, for us to do something. We're doing it for you guys to see what you like, get some interaction with you. So we have one set up. Nothing's really been on it, but let us know what you think about it.
Yeah. We really want to interact with our listeners. Like, I'm not even joking. Remember in the early episodes where our good friend Haley used to write in a whole lot?
Yeah.
She's now my dear friend. Like, Haley and I are talking on the daily. I love Haley.
You guys, if you are listeners, have heard about Kelsey's online friend, just like magnetism.
My capability to make
magnets
friends on the internet is Non-paralleled.
And I still have made none for all of my trying.
Someone be Robert's friend. God.
Be my friend.
Look at me, so sad.
Whew.
You can email us at YMBToAP@gmail.com. Email Robert and be like, hey, let's be friends. We want your listener mail, guys. Mail us about anything, honestly. Like, if you have topics that you're like, I really want them to talk about this, but I don't know how to phrase it. Just send us an email and be like, hey, talk about this.
Hey, here's the gist of what I want to hear. Just tell us that.
Just tell us that. Like, you don't even need to make full sentences. Just send us a few words and we will...
Like, one of my favorite ones was here's a topic, go deep.
Yes.
Right?
Go deep.
Just tell us what you want to hear about. I mean, we're trying to get topics out there, get you guys excited, maybe think of something else, but we're here to do whatever, man. Just let us know. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Farage. That song is so jammin', it gets stuck in my head all the time.
It's a good October song.
Hopefully it's been stuck in yours too. Please check him out on YouTube. Go check out all of his stuff. He's got so much neat stuff on there. I love it. And as always, thanks for listening. And tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. I wonder if we'll get to go to Fantastic Fest next year.
You know we're going, baby.
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
I was watching like a football game or something with my family,
Okay.
and there was a commercial for Call of Duty on the TV.
Okay.
And one of my nieces points at the TV and goes, "Look, that's the new Dora movie." It's not
And
the
was
Dora
it?
movie. No,
Wait,
it's Call
wait.
of Duty.
Oh. Well, have you seen the Dora movie trailer?
Yes,
It's pretty similar.
it is. Dora's like fucking jacked, carrying around a AK or whatever.